moles of magnesium chlorate. Rolling it into the next step then on the back side, we're still dealing with magnesium chlorate when we get to D. This time we're going from 2.5 moles of magnesium chlorate into grams. Same idea, write down the correct, what they gave you in the correct name, formula. Get ready to multiply by a fraction. Use the mole map to figure out how to get from moles to grams. This time the molar mass will go on top and 1 mole will go on the bottom. The molar mass, just like we calculated, is 191.2 grams. I think I've set it up correctly because things cross out. And the answer for that one would be, after calculating, 478.03 grams magnesium chlorate. Let's move right on to letter E. Letter E. First things first, I have to give it a proper formula. It's ammonium. Check my polyatomic ions. Ammonium is the only one that's the +1 charge. NH4 with a +1. Sulfate, right in the middle here, SO4 with a -2. It's going to take 2 ammoniums in order to balance off those charges. So we're going to have NH4 taken twice, SO4, ammonium sulfate. Next thing I'll need to do is figure out the molar mass, and it's a matter of adding up all the gram atomic masses for each of the elements present. Nitrogen is present at 14 grams, but there's 2 nitrogen, so 2 times 14 grams of nitrogen. Hydrogen is present at 1 gram per gram atomic mass. 4 times 2 is 8 hydrogens at 1 gram each. There's sulfur involved. Sulfur is 32 grams. There's only 1 of those. And finally, oxygens are involved, and there are 4 of those. 4 times 16 grams of oxygen. If you add them into your calculator, you will end up with 132 grams NH4 taken twice, SO4. We're going to use that as we move down to the next step. On the bottom, we're going from grams of ammonium sulfate to moles of ammonium sulfate. Start writing whatever they told you we started with the proper formula, every number unit label, every step, every time. Get ready to multiply by a fraction. Check your mole map to see how to get from grams to moles. Grams to moles, 1 mole goes on top, the molar mass goes on the bottom. 1 mole of ammonium sulfate is 132 grams. Ammonium sulfate. These cross out. 50 divided by 132 is 0.38. Moles, because that didn't cross out, and that is what they were asking for. Ammonium sulfate. The other part, E, on the back side, dealing with the same compound, 8 moles of ammonium sulfate. We start writing out what it is they told us. 8 mole NH4 taken twice, sulfate. Use the map to figure out how to get from moles to grams. The mole is in the middle. 2 grams is the molar mass on top. 1 mole. The molar mass from there is 132. On top is 132 grams. Ammonium sulfate is 1 mole of ammonium sulfate. That and that will cross out. 8 times 132 will give you 1,056 grams NH4 taken twice, SO4. So now we move down to the distributed practice, and I think you'll find that these use the same molecules or formula units that we calculated over on this side. Let's try the first one. Calculate the number of formula units in 4 moles of sodium hydroxide. If I'm starting with 4 moles sodium hydroxide, there it is there, I'm trying to get from moles to formula units. Let me check my mole map. Moles is in the center, but formula units now is over here. The formula units are representative particles when you're dealing with ionic compounds. That means I'll place Avogadro's number on the top, 1 mole on the bottom.